Well, basically, we realised that if we decided to investigate them, we wouldn't have been able to get the results. I mean, we investigated, but we weren't able to uncover enough results. The person you're listening to is a member of the police force in Belfast, Northern Ireland. We've asked them a few questions about the death of Derek Brady. In this episode, we look at the police and we ask them some of the questions they should know. The Crimes, a Smithco original non-true crime podcast. Season 2, Episode 2. Asking the Police. In this episode, we'll be asking the question of the police. What exactly happened? What did they do? And what did they do after the investigation was completed? So you were actually, essentially you held the investigation over his death. Well, yeah, I did, yeah. So what exactly was it about it that why exactly did you leave it? Well, you know the way. Basically, we were investigating him. We were investigating his death, and we didn't find enough evidence for any person. And we did this for a while, but we couldn't really do much. So we didn't. We decided to just file it and leave it. But why exactly? There was plenty of information. In fact, when we began to look at this story, we found multiple information. We have witnesses already, that we've spoken to, that have told us all about how he came here, what his reasons were coming here for, and we even have people who were meeting presently later on that know him and met him during his time here. So while obviously the viewers listening to the podcast wouldn't be interested in us talking with people when he was in Armagh, we have talked with them. We know exactly where he was, and so why wouldn't you know that? I mean, that's my question. Why exactly couldn't you know that? Well, it takes a lot of time and resources to investigate this sort of stuff, and the fact that there was just not enough evidence to show that we could bring people to justice. Yes, but that's my point. You didn't do a deep enough investigation, so how would you have known that you wouldn't have had enough evidence? Because the way I look at it, there's still plenty of evidence left, and I hope the listeners to the podcast will listen on, because we have some startling evidence that really does show that there is really this is a very relatively simple thing to I understand, yes, you may not have got a conviction, but you stopped investigating after less than a year. Well, I mean, we had a lot of other things going on, a lot of other investigations. Yeah, but you didn't simply, you actually filed it. You said the investigation is over, and unless new evidence comes to light, we won't be reopening it. But that wasn't just, put a tab on it a little while, we don't have enough time. You actually said, that's it. Unless there's enough evidence, we're not going to go searching for more evidence, is what you're essentially saying. Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, at the time, we really needed to sort of put an end to this sort of thing. We weren't able to just put things aside. We needed to investigate the newer things, the more important things. So you don't think that a man who's been shot at in your country, he's not serious. It's not really serious. He's not from this country. He's from another country, and you don't think it's a serious issue that in this time someone who's brand new to your country comes in and within 3 weeks is dead. And within a year, the police have just completely stopped investigating. Don't you think that's a serious issue? Well, no, I mean, you could look at it like that, but I wouldn't personally look at it like that. But why not? Did you do any more investigation? Well, I mean, we did, yeah. I mean, we sure did, yeah. I mean, we discovered lots of things new. I mean, here's the thing. We discovered he was shot 5 times. With this gun. It was an unusual gun. Well, sorry, I wouldn't actually say unusual. I'd say it was more kind of unusual one that you wouldn't find general people using. Actually, we found a bunch of them in an IRA raid. We raided an IRA area. Yes, but that's my point. How exactly would you not think of that as, has he been shot by people? I mean, surely this is a relatively easy crime to investigate. there's what I'm saying is, I understand if you didn't reach a conclusion, but there's just enough evidence here. So I would feel that the public listening would look upon your conduct as kind of bad. I mean, I have been asked, would you like to comment on the fact that he's from the Republic of Ireland? No, it's got nothing to do with that. But you are actually in charge, though. So how I see it is that no, I'm not in charge anymore. No, I'm not in charge of that. I'm not in charge of that area anymore. Yes, but that's my point. So can you tell me what exactly is the reason why this would have happened? Well, it could be a majority of reasons. He could have gotten in a fight with them. He could have gotten an argument. He could have got in, if he was dealing in this sort of thing, if he was dealing in illegal affairs, all these there's a multitude of reasons. Yes, but that's my issue here. Why didn't you investigate at least some of them? Well, I'm sorry, but I can't talk anymore about this. Well, that's all we could get out of the police officer. We looked at the police files and we did not find enough satisfactory evidence, so we decided to do a bit of digging ourselves. We now talk with one of the people who saw him on that day. So you saw him? Yeah, I did, yeah. And how do you know it was him? Well, actually, he basically, I run this sort of an entry point area where I sort of take down the kind of the names of all the people. So I had to take down his name. I'm not employed for this, and it's my hobby. But when he was found dead, sure, I obviously didn't hear about it, but he was just a body found. But later on, when you began to do investigations, I heard through a friend that you investigated, in Armagh, when he went to the place, the aquarium. When I went there, I heard from a friend who lives there that you were investigating, and she was wondering, well, apparently he went to the parade, and why didn't I do that as a hobby? And I said, yeah, I did, and I had a little look, and there I had him. So basically, I saw him go into the parade, and he began chatting with this man. I actually know him. Oh, so you can tell us what his name is? So what is it? Well, his name is George Edmonds. George Edmonds. So how exactly would I find him? Well, you ain't gonna find him now. What? Why is he like dead or something? Oh no. He just doesn't really like to talk with people. You can probably find him tomorrow. I'll just write down the address for you here. However, when we came to this address, we didn't just find George Edmonds. We found a load more people. Thank you for listening to this Smith Co. original non-true crime podcast. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Crimes. For more videos, facts, music, entertainment, all sorts of things really, you can click on the Smith Co. YouTube channel. And of course, it would be great if you subscribed or viewed some of the other videos. That's good, So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode. I guess is that? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. See you in the next episode. Goodbye. Until then.